Who likes to see an impression of themselves?
It's like you can't just go around calling people fat.
I wish I was.
That was good.
Still that animated. I'd get rid of this COVID weight.
Hey, YouTube people. I'm Rob Burr. Today we're going to be watching Bill Burr watching people do impressions of himself.
Vanity Fair peoples, I'm Bill Burr, and today I'm going to be watching people doing impressions of me.
You do these easy impressions, you know, you do your thing, you do them easy.
Oh, that's Pharoah. Pharoah, well known for impressions. SNL cast member. I don't think he's still on there. No, he's definitely not. But Jay, for a dude that does impressions, that's weak. Not his best. Oh, and look at Bill Burr's face. That says a lot right there. Let's pretend we're those FBI body language specialists, experts. Let's break down Bill Burr's body language. He's kind of crunched up, shoulders raised, on high alert, maybe feeling like he's being attacked by the inaccuracy of this impression. His eyes definitely kind of a dead glaze. Can't believe that the comic well known for impressions is not nailing it.
You know, they're easy to do. It's not hard.
Oh, and I thought I just paused it on that. Look at that. He is not thrilled. Bill is starting to get a little smirk right there, but Bill not a happy camper.
You know, do somebody else. Somebody hot. Somebody from Boston. You know? Do Burr.
It's too much New York in that one.
Agreed.
No, he's got like the cadence, but he still has the
He's got the Andrew. He's doing Andrew Dice Clay. Oh, little Miss Muppet. Dice Clay, horrible comic.
Easy to do.
Now I gotta like shit on another comedian. You know, it's better than I could do an impression of him. How about that?
That's why Bill Burr is so lovable. Always willing to take a bullet for another guy. Always willing to lift people up. He's always willing to be self-deprecating before he shits on anybody. Lovable.
That impression is me if I grew up in like New York, like Queens or something. Like, yeah.
Look at Bill trying to find the most positive thing he could say about Pharoah. Horrible impression of him.
Hey, fucking standing there. Yeah, they got guys a little bit of
Fugazi. Bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it. Boppa da boopy.
that. Jay should get on with his life. There's no money in him.
Jay should get on with his life. What is Jay? What is that? A TikTok? Is Jay on TikTok now? Is that what he's doing?
Doing an impression of me. I would move on to Ben Affleck or somebody a little better known.
Oh, come on. Mark Wahlberg. That's where the money's at.
Shut the fuck up. Sit down. Okay. All right. All right, look. Okay. All right, look. All right. You know, I'm not trying to be a dick, okay?
Classic Bill Burr line. Not trying to be a dick, okay? Let's do another FBI body language expert breakdown. Here's Bill Burr thoroughly enjoying not only how this guy kind of looks like him, but absolutely is dressed like early Bill Burr. It's weird. If you've been a fan of Bill Burr for any amount of time, you know he has that outfit, the black. The all black. He just got off as a waiter at Wellesley College. Gear. Look at Burr. Oh, he's thorough. Look at that. You got the crow's feet from the squinting eyes, the smile while his head perked back. He's enjoying this one, folks.
It's too fucking expensive to live here, you know?
Wow, that sounded too fucking expensive to live here. That sounded just like Burr.
I want to live off the L train, you know?
Wow, that guy takes it, man. That was amazing. I tell you, it's weirding me out. People with hair doing it and they're skinny and shit, and I feel like I'm watching one of my old VHS tapes. That guy's amazing.
I feel like it's...
I'm starting to wonder if Bill Burr is a wicked easy impression, because that dude just nails it. And what is he, a Bill Burr impersonator? Or is this his stand-up set and he just broke off into a Bill Burr impersonator? Like, I have so many questions about this Tyler, I forget his last name, comic. Like, is he just known for doing Burr? Or is this like some adult's birthday where they couldn't pay Bill Burr to do a cameo video, so they hired Bill Burr impersonator? I have so many questions. Look at Bill. He's truly loving this.
In 5 years, the L train's just gonna go cross country, you know, just so people can say they live. Yeah, I live off the L train. I'm off the Wilmington, Delaware stop, you know.
Wow. This dude, this comic, is nailing Bill Burr doing an impression of a woman. That's good.
Oh, it's brutal. It's fucking
Oh, it's brutal. That's classic Burr. It's classic Burr.
brutal.
Yeah, he had the whole thing. He's doing me in like 2004, 2007. I think I used to own that shirt. He did the whole thing. I used to have it unbuttoned a little more back when I was.
Totally did. Go watch his old stand-ups. I forget what they're called. When I met my wife, I showed her. I was like, you got to see this comic. Canton, Mass's own. Canton, Mass represent. Love Bill Burr.
Single, you know, trying to attract people with my alabaster freckled chest.
That's why he's so lovable. Self-deprecating, and he does it in a great way. There's ways to do it where you're not lovable. This guy. Look at the charm on that face. Body language breakdown. Look at how charming he is. That's all I get to say.
That didn't work out for him.
What is that, a cashmere sweater? Look at how soft that looks. Looks like felt. Where'd you get that, from Prince's wardrobe? Jesus. Sorry, the artist formerly known as Prince's wardrobe.
No,
The wardrobe formerly known as Prince's wardrobe.
that was amazing. Very talented. I don't ever want to see those again. I don't want to be in my head about what it is that I know I lean on the mic stand. What I'm doing is working for me. I don't need these people to be pulling it apart. You know, take one thread out and then that's it. Then all of a sudden I care about people.
Take one thread out and that's it. Oh, look at that. All of a sudden I care about people.
Imitation's the best form of flattery, no?
No. Depends on how it's done.
Oh, Bill Burr is soothsayer. This guy speaks truth. Let me tell you, I've said imitation's form of flattery, but the way he just owned that, no, depends on how it's done, is so true. You always hear that, like, oh, SNL, they impersonated you. That's flattery. Think about any time in school where some bully, some jerk was doing an impression of you, making fun of you, mocking you. That ain't flattery. So, Bill, look at that. Brilliant new comic angle. Imitation is not the best form of flattery. Depends how it's done. Love that. Oh, gems. He's dropping gems. Pick them up.
None of these impressions so far have me depicted as particularly intelligent. I can tell you that. It's me. What the
I never thought about this, but it's almost like a Boston Seinfeld. What's the deal with... No offense to Bill Burr. Seinfeld is a horrible comic. Just go watch his newest movie. But my God, I never really considered that. I was just like, what the... He's such a better comic, though. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Apologies, Bill Burr. You tiers above. Your caliber is so much better than Jerry Seinfeld. You are a supreme pedigree comic, not like Jerry Seinfeld.
fuck that?
The Republicans are all like, how did 81 million people vote for Biden? It's like they didn't vote for Biden, all right? They voted against Trump. That's...
So, I mean, they got his mannerisms to a T. Not hard to do, let's be honest. Massholes can be very animated when they speak, just like New Yorkers. I think it was Mike Myers who said he has one of the four faces that come out of Liverpool, England, when he was talking about the Beatles and how everybody at Liverpool looks the same. And that totally translates to the Boston, Massachusetts area. There's only like 12 faces and stereotypes of people that come out of Massachusetts. There's like the smart-ass older guy who's got a response for everything, like Bill Burr, the kind-hearted smartass. There's the tough aunt. I challenge any other region in the United States. Nobody has tougher aunts than we do here in Massachusetts. Ripping a butt, wearing a cut off a tank top and jorts. The aunts here, there's nobody more seasoned, weathered humans, individuals than they are in Massachusetts. But the weird thing is like, if you want to know what a New England aunt looks like your father, mother, sister, just look at a picture of Steven Tyler or Joe Perry. I swear to God, they look exactly like my aunts. That would have been a funny bit if SNL had Steven Tyler and Joe Perry on as like aunt talk. They had them on as aunts. They wouldn't even have to dress up. No joke. I seen a picture of Joe Perry the other day, and I said, when did my aunt learn to play guitar?
It's like they hated him, you know? No, it's like they hated him more than like a child molester, you know? I've never seen anything like it, you know?
I can't figure. Are these people also doing Bill Burr's comedy, or are they making up stuff? Because this is so good, so good.
Then you ask him why. You know, like, why do you hate Trump? It's like, I think somebody told me that he called Rosie O'Donnell fat.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Look at that. Burr's thoroughly amused. I think he's starting to check out, though. Legs crossed, hands over the knee, the butt chin. Bill Burr has a butt chin. It's cool. I got a butt chin, too. Is that another classic New England thing? Butt chins? I think Matt Damon, Ben Affleck have one. No, Matt Damon has one, not Ben. Anyways. Oh, the other thing that comes to classic New England character is the hardo and the tough guy. You'll figure out who's who. Let me just say this. One dresses the part, the other plays the role.
These people they're doing a really good job. I just was watching the mannerism. It was really just this guy and the last guy. I started remembering gigs where I recorded myself and would go back because, you know, making a tape, trying to get like a agent or something like that. And during this period of my career, I couldn't watch myself. I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's so awkward. Making a tape of yourself and then having to watch it back to critique it or see what you could do better. The few times I did stand up and had somebody record, I think I just deleted the video after. I was like, I can't do this.
like, what am I doing? Why am I moving around like that? What he's doing that was all like nervous energy, frustration with where my career was at and all of this other stuff. So yeah, wow.
And it just came out on stage. Man, this dude, he's got good insights into himself. Another reason why he's beloved.
These are all like Bill Burr fine wine.
It's like vintage Burr. Want to see some vintage Burr?
That's a Bill Burr 2004 right there.
Oh, God. You know, you're saying all these kind things to me.
Marina Franklin. I don't know who this is, but is she doing her real voice and she's gonna go into a Burr? Cause not good.
And now I gotta be nice to you.
That's a high pitch, like a soprano.
It's because it's early Bill Burr.
No, you know what that is? That's Bill Burr sped up on like 1.5 times speed.
It's early Bill Burr. You gotta know.
It's really good.
Is that Godfrey? What has he been up to? Has he got a podcast? Everybody's got a podcast. Good for Godfrey. Love him.
You gotta know.
Yeah, that must have been really, 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 really early on. Yeah.
Oh, that's Bill being nice. See, that's the other thing. He knows how to be mean in a nice way. That's an art form. Where he's like, that must have been really, really, really early Bill Burr. Like, never seen Bill Burr. Like, baby Bill Burr. Because that don't sound like me. What a kind guy. Such a kind-hearted man. Love him.
Yeah, Marina's been breaking my balls for years, so that was actually a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be.
Just like he was a lot nicer than I thought he was going to be.
I would add a little hopelessness.
Look at that face. Let's do another FBI body language expert breakdown. He's got the butt chin covered. Whenever you're covering your butt chin, that's obviously a big signal that you're hiding something. Then we got the mouth kind of frizzled, and the eyes a little bit angered. You see those eyebrows? How he's making that squinting, that folding roll right there. It's not a happy look, I'll tell you that. You don't see that often after people hit the lottery. And his posture is a little tilted, meaning like that was a crooked ass impression of me.
But the euphoria that comes when you just don't care. When the hell did we meet? Like 99?
What did he say?
But the euphoria.
What?
Really, really, really early on. Yeah, Marina's been breaking my balls for years, so that was actually a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. I would add a little hopelessness, but the euphoria that comes when you just don't care. When the hell did...
Smart dude. Because it's true. Add a little hopelessness, but the euphoria. Because when you're hopeless, ain't nothing matter.
We meet like 99, 2000. So I think that just got burned into her brain. So this is like wild. It's like watching like I said, my old stand-up tapes, which I don't do, but like.
That's wild. You don't watch his old stand like. I wonder if he watched himself in The Mandalorian. You should be very proud of that. If you're unaware that Mr. Bill Burr was the first one to bring the Masshole Boston accent to space in the Star Wars galaxy. I was very proud at that moment. Texted people. I said, Bill Burr, Star Wars has never had Masshole representation in that galaxy, in that universe, and finally, Bill Burr landed on the Endor moon and brought the Boston accent to Star Wars. Very proud moment for everyone here in Mass. It was like we were watching it like when the Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon. One small step for mankind, one giant leap for massholes everywhere.
Like if I were to do that. These are all very good. Marina did a great job.
Ah, these are all very good. That's like when your teacher said, no dumb questions.
Oh, dude, fucking this guy, Jay Pharoah.
What is that, Bill Burr's doppelganger? That's got to be Bill Burr's little brother. That has to be. That has to be his cousin. Look at, that's him with hair. Bill, be careful. That's your doppelganger. Pretty sure the rules are if you get in the same room as him, he steals your soul.
Love that guy.
This fucking guy is
Pharoah.
fucking
Jay.
Pharoah.
You hear him off screen? He sounds exactly. If he called your house, you'd never know it wasn't Bill Burr. They got to be related. Andrew Santino.
His fucking beanie's hanging off his head.
Look at that dude. That's Bill Burr.
Like he's the fucking summer winter for this guy.
How the fuck does it stay on?
Yeah.
The fuck is it glue? Is it Gorilla Glue? What's he doing?
Oh, hearing Jay Pharoah up against another comic doing Bill Burr impression, you could tell how bad Jay's is.
It's glued. It's glued.
It's glued to the back of his head.
Well,
Look at that dude.
I mean, with the face.
Wait, did they face swap him? I can't tell if this is AI and they did that to make him look.
Swap. That was.
What the? Did they just put Bill Burr's face on him? I can't figure this out. Does anybody know? Because it looked like he looked different a second ago, and now it looks. Oh, this is so weird.
Pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, you know. I have a choppy.
That can't be a face swap. Is that AI? Is that Midjourney or whatever?
Cadence, I guess.
Summer winter for this guy.
This is why I didn't want to do this shit, because I don't want to know what it is that I do. I mean, I think that was the clean version of it. That sounded like young me, as opposed to beaten down by life that you now see, which is why I'm wearing my happy blue sweater to try to offset where I am mentally right now.
That's not true. Come on, Bill. That's probably some cashmere $8,000 sweater that feels amazing. And if anything, it probably reflects your beaten down by life mentality. That's why it's blue. I don't think that's true either. I think young Bill was beaten down by life. I think everybody who is born in Massachusetts or New England in general, that's another stereotype and caricature that comes out of Massachusetts. Once you're born, you're already beaten down by life. Maybe it's the weather. I'm not sure. You've never seen tough as nails grandmas going out in snow anywhere else besides New England. Maybe on the tundra, Antarctica, or wherever that is, northern Russia. But man, I'm telling you, must be the weather. It's got to be the weather that does something to us. The seasons makes us seasonal depressed. Because there's got to be something wrong with the people that when it's like 43 degrees out and partially sunny, we come out in shorts and say, hey, you want to hit the beach today? What a gorgeous day.
I mean, I don't really listen to myself. It's not like I watch. I think, no, it sounded good to me, I think. I mean, I was too weirded out by the fact that my face was on his face.
So did they put his face on that comic's face? That comic just looked like... I can't figure this out. Did they do a face swap? AI is too good. This machine learning is too good. I don't know if that's... Does anyone know what Andrew Santino looks like? Please leave it in the comments, because this is bugging me. Is that his doppelganger, or did they swap his face? I get it, Bill. It's creepy. Look at that. That's FBI body language breakdown. That is a creeped out face right there.
Yeah, and I was like, I used to have hair. Oh shit, is he my AI replacement? AI Andrew Santino is going to come kill me one night. The Illuminati liked you better when you had hair. And then that'll be the end of me. But that'll be good because I won't have to go to LAX anymore. Fantastic. I'm going to leave my doors unlocked tonight.
No, let's be honest, Bill. It's not the AI replacement of you. It's all those people that send their DNA into these 23andMe genetics companies that want to find out what part of Ireland they're from, and they're paying these companies to do it. Let's be honest. Those are the companies where they're going to say life finds a way, and they're going to have clones of you, like a Jurassic Park for humans in their back industrial complex where they're cloning people that sent in their DNA. And I got to figure... I got a feeling they already started with that dude. They were like, let's clone a Bill Burr. We just want him for company parties. It's just a Bill Burr clone by the huge corporation 23andMe. People, stop sending them your DNA and don't pay them to do it.
Will you get off of it? Bro, nobody gives a fuck.
This is podcast me.
Cordyceps, I barely eat mushrooms as is.
There you go.
How's it going? Bro, nobody gives the fuck. That was a good Burr.
See, now that makes me feel like he listens to my podcast.
You want to...
That's what it is. You gotta drop a cuss, raise your pitch up a little, and be very abrupt. That's a Bill Burr impression. These people are nailing them.
Talk on a podcast.
Look at how much Bill loves this impression. FBI body language breakdown. Bill is leaning in. He's crumpled up his cashmere sweater. He wants to get into this impression so much. He's got the smirk. The eyes are squinted, making those crow's feet. He's got the butt chin totally flexed out, showing his amusement in this. This is the impression that won him back.
Asked about something else, and everybody's just losing their mind.
Yeah, that was a good one. Well, he did say talk, so he got a little New York in there. I got a lot of New York guys doing impressions of me. That's pretty cool.
That is. Guy from Boston. A lot of New Yorkers love you. It says something.
What I liked about this one is I feel like he was doing, not me doing stand-up. He was doing the podcast where it's just more like you're hanging out and I'm just like talking and you're listening for whatever reason, getting through your cardio or some awful Southwest flight, whatever the hell.
This dude is on point. He knows his stuff. Bill Burr is wicked smart. He's like, I know what you're doing when you're listening to my podcast. Getting on a Southwest flight, doing your cardio, just trying to get through the day. Damn. This guy's brilliant. That's why people love him.
What it is you're doing. That's almost smoking a cigar with me. I slouch down the seat like that. I'm like, yeah, it's all bullshit. All these fucking people.
Anytime you see anyone like sitting like that, slouched back in New England, they usually have some kind of addiction in their hand. Pretending like they're dropping gems, knowledge bombs.
People out here, what are you going to do? Acting like I'm saying something when I'm not. Yeah, that was a great one. I thought this was going to be a lot more painful. I'm enjoying this. I was just like, thought the self-loathing was going to come up, but these are really funny.
These are shockingly hilarious. And I have now I'm going to look up Bill Burr impressions on YouTube. Oh, my feed, let's be honest, after watching this, my feed's going to be filled with them.
This is your whole act.
Oh, Jon Lovitz is doing Bill Burr. If you don't know Jon Lovitz, legendary SNL cast member, great stand-up comic, but also, if you didn't know this, you're welcome. Jon Lovitz had a cartoon in the 90s called The Critic. You can find it on YouTube, I'm guessing. I don't know if it's streaming somewhere, but watch it. It is quintessential Jon Lovitz. I got a feeling like he's the comic all the comics love. I've heard David Spade and Dana Carvey talk about Jon Lovitz on their Fly on the Wall podcast, and they adore this man. Plus, he's sharp as a tack.
Albert Einstein's a genius. What do you think, Bill? I don't. Is he? Is he really? He couldn't even get a decent haircut. What's that? His mustache, he couldn't trim it. The guy who had ADD, he was just, how'd you come up with your stuff, Albert?
That's...
Jon Lovitz is so good. He's not even doing the vocal impression. He's doing an impression of Bill Burr's line of comedic thought. Brilliant. And let's do FBI body language breakdown. Look at Bill Burr. How happy he is. Everything about that fully leaned in. Crow's feet to the max because his eyes are so squinted and focused on his love for Jon Lovitz. Butt chin is just flopping out, exposing everything right there. Love that reaction by Bill.
That's one of my favorite people I have met since I got in this business.
That's what so many if you listen to any of these comics podcasts and Jon Lovitz come up, They all say that about it. They all love Jon.
I love Jon Lovitz. He's old school guy.
Oh, now the typical caricature stereotype that comes out of New England. The old school guy. And you got the old school broad, too. And I say broad specifically. They're usually hanging out on the front porch, repping a Marlboro Light.
I can't argue anything that he's saying about my act. There weren't so many assholes in the world. What would be a great show would be our phone conversations and our text messages, because that podcast, which I highly recommend you check out, because Jon was on fire that day trashing me, is nowhere near what we do on the phone.
I'd give anything. Bill, post them behind, like, make a Patreon, Bill Burr, and put those text and phone messages behind the paywall. People would give anything to see those. Or do a book. You know, people took like George Carlin's comedy and just printed it in book form. Make a book of yours and Jon Lovitz text messages, please. Begging you, Bill.
You liked Jon's impression of you. Is that your favorite?
I can't pick favorites here. I got to run into all these people down at the club. You're going to create all this drama.
He's like, oh, so I see, Vanity Fair, how you're running things over here. You're like the TMZ for cultured people, aren't you? You're trying to stat shit.
For different reasons, I love Jon.
Watch this. Bill is going to thread the needle. He's not going to say nothing negative about it. This is why he's so good. Because he could critique and not like something and still lift you up and make you feel good about what you did. Talent, pure talent.
Because, you know,
classy.
He gets like right to it. He's like a surgeon, and he just goes right for the nerve. So I like him because he was being funny, but he's also really trying to trash me. So he's also a legend. So I love that one. I love Marina's because I know her from way back in the day.
You hear the difference in those explanations? Jon, he's funny. He's trying to trash me, and he's a legend. I love Marina's because I know her. See, he's threading the needle. He's still being positive, even though hers was horrible. Hers was like Bill Burr sped up.
Andrew Santino's, as far as creepy factor with the face swap, was incredible. The one kid.
So was it a face swap? I can't. Please leave it in the comments if you know if they face swapped Bill's on his face, because I can't figure. I don't know what Andrew Santino looks like. I just thought, like, oh, Bill, be careful. You got a doppelganger, and he's gonna eat your soul.
Kid who came out with the shirt. I mean, I liked them all. They were really good.
FBI body language breakdown. Look at Bill Burr. He's trying to get a gauge on whether or not they believe him and if they're going to keep pressing him on, no, pick your favorite, Bill. Tell us who you didn't like. They can't all be number one. Not everybody can get a trophy, Bill. That's the face right there.
I'm flattered that people that funny have listened to me enough, taken the time to listen to whatever it is I'm doing, that they can do an impression.
Oh, that was genuine. I believe he means that too. He's such a good guy. Canton's own, Canton, Massachusetts' own Bill Burr. A hero of the common man, the people's comic. All right, I think he's wrapping it up. So I'll say, all right, people, I'm Rob Burr. Thanks for watching me watch Bill Burr do impressions of, watching people do impressions of himself. Leave it in the comments if you know of Andrew Santino. Is that his name? If that's his real face or if they superimposed it. I can't tell. The AI technology is too good nowadays. I don't know what to say. They fooled me, or he's a doppelganger. Hit that subscribe and like button. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
I wore a sweater for you guys to feel even worse about myself.
Ah, that's not true. He wears sweaters all the time. Come on, Bill. You got that Bill Rogers. Did I call him Bill? You got that Mr. Rogers looking closet now because he moved out to LA and got all cultured.